Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, this is Proxify here, and we are back for another episode of the Nova Hoenn Nuzlocke. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we're finally here over at Meteors Falls, and now what is going to happen is that I believe we are going to be taking on one of the first of many of the Aqua admins that are going to be here. I believe we're going to be facing off with the so-called Shelly admin that is going to be around within our time, but I don't believe that we are actually going to be facing off with that admin Shelly, because I'm pretty certain we're going to have to face off with another different trainer instead, because I know that throughout our way out here so far in the Nova Hoenn game is that most of Team Aqua is a little bit different in compared to how the vanilla game was all about from before. It's just that the designs of the characters are going to be not really matching up to what was going on from the original one. But anyways, within these two videos for today, not only are we going to be doing our way out here for Nova Hoenn, but we're also going to be going and doing some more of what the Twilight Princess is actually going to be about. And yes, and I am going to go and say that is that we are going to be going back to Twilight Princess. I know it has been a really long while since we haven't really stepped foot back into that game. I know that I think during the last episode, I think, of Twilight Princess, before going on to hiatus, I did say that I was going to go and try to return back into this game somewhere around at the end of 2023. Unfortunately, that did not actually go and occur from there, so we're actually here in 2024 now, and we're going to have to go and head on into the game going forth during this type of time now. So I'm pretty excited about it. Now, I did have to go and do a little bit of some refreshing just to make sure exactly where we were kind of last left off within the game. I'm pretty certain that I think currently right now, from where we last left off, was, I think, just right before of us getting our way into transforming into Wolflink. So that should actually be pretty fun, is that we'll be able to go and play around with Wolflink for a little bit and meet up with Midna, I think, as well too, probably later on with the next episode. And now, by the way, I think I am going to be doing a face cam within this well, throughout the continuation of the series, because like I know that from before we went and did a face cam for the Twilight Princess reboot series, and I'm gonna still do it in the way of how my series was originally from before, but instead of us actually recording it into the actual living room, we're actually going to be doing it right here in my actual bedroom itself, and recording it from there. And hopefully everything is going to work out a little bit better within this type of way, because I always kind of like recording everything in my room a little bit more than compared to just within the living room. Now, I think as well too, I did go and change out my living room into TV. So my TV is actually a little bit different compared to the way of how my bedroom TV is. So that's why I actually kind of prefer using it in this way. But I don't know if you guys can go and actually see right here, but geez, it seems like Wannabe May actually has a Suicune out of all things. Where does she go and find a Suicune in one of these routes? Now, speaking about with these legendary beast Pokemon, there is going to be a segment at some point around within a little bit later on within the episode where we are going to be running into another legendary beast Pokemon, and it's not going to be with just a Suicune. It's going to be another one of the other two different beast or dog legendaries that we're going to have to go and see throughout here. Now, today, while I am recording this, is on Monday, which that is pretty nice, and I believe today is going to be some more of the Monday Night Raw. Pretty excited to see what is going on from there. I just watched the Friday Night SmackDown. I know that I think I did say in the last episode that I was going to give my thoughts and opinions on what happened with Friday Night SmackDown, because I wasn't able to go and watch it like right away. But it seems like another one of the cousins, I guess, has made an appearance on the SmackDown once again, and this time things are going to be slowly changing around, and people, I want to say, are speculating at this point in time that Solo Sikoa is going to be like the new tribal chief out here, since Roman Reigns is taking a little bit of some time off for what is going on, and that should be pretty exciting. So hopefully well, I can't wait till I go and see what the rest of the other different promos and other things are going to happen within the with the bloodline from there. Now, there's also another speculation is that during the time of the segment, like Paul Heyman was trying to call up Roman Reigns, but Solo just went and smashed the phone on the ground. So probably, even though that it could potentially be solo as the new tribal chief, it could also be with the final boss as well too, with the Rock. Because Rock did say to Cody that was just his cousin that you went in battle, but you never really got to go and face off with the Rock on a one-on-one type of matchup before. So that's going to probably be something happening later on down the road. Now, unfortunately, if you guys did go and see what was happening throughout the episode out here within the admin battle and the Aqua Grunt double battle that was showing up here, we just lost out on Denene, unfortunately. Yeah, well, I was going off on a little bit of off of my opinions about what was going on with Friday SmackDown. Yeah, we lost out on Denene there in the battle, which that sucks, but you know what? It's okay. We can go on without having a Denene. We have a lot of other Pokemon that can at least somewhat help us out. Now, we do also have a new encounter as well, too, in the process. So, we do have Route 115, since, of course, back around within the Rushboro City days, we didn't really actually have the functionality to go and head off into Route 115. But now we actually do have that option here, since we're going from the back way. And there is going to be some trainers that we can go and fight and get a new Pokemon as well too with the water route. So can't wait for that to go on from there and see what we can expect to go and find. But it looks like Maxie has not even changed one single step out here in the Nova Hoenn game, so that's pretty interesting. I thought everybody was going to probably at least get some sort of redesign out here in our way. Because, like, Brandon got redesigned, May also got redesigned. Well, I wouldn't really say May did get redesigned because her actual ORAS character is going to be here as a gym leader later. And then, so let's go and talk back over here to Professor Cosmo and take him back to Fall Arbor Town, which I believe he'll give us a certain TM, I think, as well, too, later. But Meteors Falls looks so beautiful in this game compared to, like, how the GBA version is. Now, I think in the vanilla game, you can actually go and find a Bagon, which is like only like a 5% catch rate in that area, and it's really hard to go and find one of those. But having a Mega Salamence is not too bad within a game like this. So I think later on throughout here is that I think with May, she'll normally kind of give you the option if you want to go and head off to Mount Chimney right away, or if you want to do some extra little bit more, some exploring. But however, we're going to say no, and we're going to continue onwards with our exploring from here within our way of how Meteors Falls is going to be, because there's still a little bit of some extra things that I still want to go and take care of before we start reaching off into Mount Chimney. And that is, first of all, having to say goodbye to Denene, unfortunately to Minnie. It was fun while it lasted, I guess. Oh man, and I can't believe it. And Minnie was getting really good moves as well too in the process. Had like soft boil, which we could be able to go and heal up with some of our guys if we needed to. Yeah, we can't forget about putting Nico into the dead box as well, because he was a Pokemon that did get knocked out. But a Pokemon that's just going to be just making its appearance as just a party member for the time being until we go and find a certain new Pokemon for Route 115. It seems like I think we're going to probably bring with the Hiket here, so we're going to have to go and bring the Frogadier with us for a little bit. Now, mind you, we're not going to be using him with any type of battles or anything. It's just nice to just have a 6-member on the team. Now, Rhyperior would actually be somewhat of a permanent member as a 6-team member if I was thinking about it. But again, we still got other new encounters to go and still walk on by with. So we're just going to have to wait a little bit for a little bit later on. I'll probably make my decision about switching around with my team until we start reaching off into Lava Ridge. Because I know that we got the battle with Alan and stuff, and, or Elaine, I can't remember what his name is, but Alan. But I know that we're going to have to go about it with him and his Mega Charizard X, which that's going to be a little bit scary, but I think we should be somewhat okay for that. Well, it is going to get into that time now where the gym leaders are going to get a little bit more rambunctious out here. Alright, and here we go. Back to Meteors Falls we go. Now, oh yeah, and one thing that I do want to go and mention is that I don't know if I kind of brought up with anything about with OBS or anything about with that here in this episode, but I did go and work around a little bit with something new with OBS, and I was just finding out that apparently with OBS is that you can actually change the different file sizes for what your capture recording is going to be, and I'm actually going to go and change my capture recording from MP4 to actually into a TS file, and for me personally is that using a TS file, I know it's going to be eating up a lot more gigs, but you know what, I think it's going to be a little bit better in my opinion, because then if I have a TS file, then you guys don't really have to see the bugginess that sometimes shows up a little bit within the OBS, well, within some time there, because I know that the HD PVR kind of does like the same type of thing as well, where there's like a little bit of some lag that happens, but if you make it into a TS file, you don't really get that type of lag at all anymore. Well, it shouldn't be happening that much though. But let's go and head on down from here, and once we do that, we kind of have to make our way on over to where the other cave area is going to be around over here in Rustboro. But yeah, so down these steps, there is going to be a trainer battle that we can go and face, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, it seems like we already met up with a Pokemon. Well, not really met up with a Pokemon, but it already seems like there is a Pokemon within the Pokedex that we've already seen from before, so I wonder what that Pokemon is going to be all about. And we got ourselves a Sawsbuck. Shouldn't be too bad of a mon that we can go and get destroyed, but whoa, set up for Giga Impact. That's going to probably hurt for a little bit of some damage, but at least the good thing is that Sawsbuck does need to get recharged later. So he's going to have to forfeit his own type of move here for a little bit. So what's that, a Figgy Berry? I don't think we ever seen one of those berries yet. Like, so far, we met up with some other new berries. I know that we found, like, Rosh berries, and I think there was, like, also another berry as well, too, but yeah, not ever have we ever got to go and see a Figgy berry yet. So, yeah, we're not going to really worry about having the Encore move. It's nothing really anything too important to go and find from there. Now, there is a couple more other battles to go and do, and this is where I'm going to kind of, like, try and make my decision on what I'm gonna like try and go out of my way out here within this area. Is that should I just go and do some battles, or should I go and dive on into our encounter? But I think for right now it's just get rid of all these different encounter battles so that we don't really have to worry about these traders. But you never know. Most of these traders sometimes do give you some helpful items. I know that we just went about out with one picnicker, I think, what was it, during the last episode or somewhere around there, and we got a Blazikenite of all things, which I was not expecting to go and see a Blazikenite from a trader that was going to be able to give that to us. So very handy. Okay, and let's see what we can go and get ourselves for another level there. So we went and taken care of that dude, and he's going to give us a Calcium. Okay. Yeah, I know that we never got that item yet, but that is pretty nice there. And let's see what else we got. And this looks like it's going to be a Great Ball. And hey, there we go. There's some new berries right there. Maybe we could go and check around with what those berries are all about. A Whipbear berry? Wonder what those guys are going to be all about, but we'll have to check around that a little bit later. Oh, right, yeah. This was the part where I was going to try to see if I could go and search for a town map in my key items bag, but I don't think, in Oras, I don't think we ever really got ourselves a town map yet. Because, like, the town map is, like, more so into the actual menu screen, and, which I should have went and clicked it on there instead. Because then I can just kind of make sure exactly if this is like a new route or not. But I'm pretty sure this is a new route, because I know that we walked into this one before, but we never really got a Pokemon out here in this place yet. So we're going to have to set up for an Ice Fang. Not bad. Maybe one more should at least go and do it. And this Datsu is just basically just throwing his own moves. So he's just going to keep us set up for Power Trick, which that's really not going to help him at all. There we go, and Zatsu's already down and out, so that's perfect enough. Nice, and Daz is all the way up to level 36. And same with Nitro as well, too, in the process. Nice. Okay, so he is out of the way. That should be all the trainers now, I think, within here. I don't know if there's maybe one more other trainer, but I think that's about it. Yeah, so once you go and head down from that little ledge right there, that will take you right back to Rushboro. So before we go and do that, we're gonna make one little pit stop right over here to the route and see what type of Pokemon that we can go and run on into it. And we reeled it too slow. Dang it. Okay, well let's try it out again. Maybe we can do this a little bit better. And it's gonna be something good, hopefully. And this Pokemon is going to be an Archeops. Wow, okay. I haven't really hardly ever got to use an Archeops that much. I think there was only like maybe one Nuzlocke that I only actually got to use an Archeops before, but wouldn't mind using it again. So let's go and capture this guy. And I do believe I am going to make this member as somewhat of a member of our squad. So I know that later on we're going to be needing a Pokemon that is going to be potentially needed to use Fly so that we can be able to head off into other different places later. So at least we got a flying Pokemon now on our team. There we go. And I think I'm going to be naming this Archeops after Archie. So we're going to go and do it right here. So welcome aboard, Archie, to the team. And let's go and continue to move onwards now. Yeah, so everything around 115 should at least now be somewhat completed here. We got majority of everything that we needed to do. And, yeah, and at least the good thing is that we don't really have to go and head back to where Mr. Bridie's boat's going to be. Because now, since we have the power of the Rock Smash, we can go and head back over to that cave and take a little bit of a detour right back to Verdanturf Town. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on ahead from here. Yeah, now this route shouldn't be too bad with the encounter rate that's here, because we can just dodge around most of these guys from now. Nice, and we made it right through. And here we go, Rust Turf Tunnel, getting close. Now, this guy, I want to say, actually does give you a Mega Stone. I think normally within this game anyways. This is like the first of many Mega Stones that I believe you actually pick up within this game as a vanilla thing. So there we go, we got ourselves with the Aggronite. Very nice. Yeah, too bad that we don't really have an Aggron on our team, but that is something to at least have for our time for now. Oh man, and look at that. Yeah, and remember when I was saying that there was going to be another potential legendary beast Pokemon that we were going to be meeting up with? Well, here's Entei, and that really sucks. It's too bad that we never got to go and see Entei around from this side. If it wasn't a Dewgong, I would really want it to be that Entei, because then we would have actually had Drax back on our team. Because I know that he was a classic Nuzlocke member for a little bit of some time. Okay, well here comes out with the hiker. Now these guys shouldn't be too bad now, right? Because like they're kind of under level at this point, and our guys are pretty high up here, so we should be okay for a little bit. It doesn't really matter what type of move that I go for, at least it just hopefully knocks it out. Well, but of course, Crustle is gonna still have the sturdy. Well, that's not much of a problem. Yep, here we go. 1,000 ways to make sure this guy gets destroyed. Perfect. And it did say that this dude did have another Mon, so we're gonna have to see that here as well. Nice, and Hickory's getting up to nice good levels there. Same with Hitcat. Ah, and there's an Aerodactyl, and I think the perfect good time is that we're gonna probably have to switch out to Nitro. Unfortunately, we don't really have Dedenne on our team. That would have been something really nice to go and have, but unfortunately, since Dedenne's already knocked out, we can't really go and use Thunder or even use Volt Switch at this point. But let's just go for a Thunder Fang. I think that'll be probably the most doable idea out here for now. And there we go. It seems like we already knocked it out, no problem, and we're all set for that. Nice, and Baxter's all the way up to level 37 too. Well, most of our guys are almost getting pretty close into the level 40 range, which that's pretty nice. Okay, and here we are at Verdanturf Town, and let's just make sure that we go to the Pokemon Center first, and make sure that we go and kind of move around with our placement of our teams now. We don't really need Frogadier anymore. So we can go and place them there at the time being. And then we can go and then grab out with Archie. And I think with that being said, bye guys, I'm going to end off the episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys in the Twilight Princess game for episode 3. And that should be pretty nice. And I'll be seeing you guys for then. And of course, peace.